Louis Vuitton has become synonymous today with luxury in the world. Only a few people are aware that the renowned business was founded by a homeless boy fleeing from his wicked stepmother. Welcome to Boss Cube. Today we'll discuss about the homeless boy who invented Louis Vuitton. What challenges did the French designer face on his entrepreneurial journey? How the company is currently managed? Stay tuned and keep on watching to find out the name Louis Vuitton, which has now become iconic in the world of fashion, came from a humble background. Vuitton was born on August 4, 1821 in Antwerp, France. He grew up in a family of farmers and millionaires in eastern France. Life took a downward decline for the young lad when his mother passed on. When he was 10, his father remarried and brought in another woman that was very wicked to Vuitton. When the terrible treatment became too much for Vuitton to handle, he ran away from home, and at the age of 13, Vuitton was left to survive on his own in the streets. As he journeyed through Paris with a lot of determination to make ends meet, Vuitton took up odd jobs with artisans apart from the meager sum that he was paid. Vuitton also gained skills. He finally got to Paris in 1837, and where it is an apprentice for a luggage maker, Monsieur Marical. During the 19th century, Europe box-making and packing was a reputable craft, and box-maker and packer were responsible for making boxes to fit goods that would be stored in it. The re-establishment of the French Empire under Napoleon III favored the young Vuitton Napoleon III's wife, the Empress of France Eugenie de Montijo, a Spanish countess, upon marrying the emperor. She hired Vuitton as her personal box-maker and packer and charged him with exquisitely packing the most beautiful clothes. As expected, working for the Empress was the boost that Vuitton needed in his career. It opened more doors into the world of the elite. Vuitton got married in 1854 to Clémence Émilie Perrault. After the marriage, he opened his first shop in Rue Neuve des Capucines. The boxes available during this period had rounded tops which allowed water to run off but did not secure the items inside. Vuitton modernized this idea of traditional luggage boxes by introducing his innovative leather boxes with flat tops. The grey canvases used by Vuitton in the production of these luggage boxes remain the signature of the brand today. Everyone wanted to own Vuitton's box because it stood out from normal ones. In 1867, Vuitton added modern handbags to his collection. Just like luggage, handbags were heavily demanded by women. Sadly, Vuitton's business came to a halt during the Franco prison noir. He had to seek refuge in a cramped shelter. After the war, resuming business was a major challenge for Vuitton. As all of his materials had been stolen, there was nothing left for him to start with. To further worsen Vuitton's predicament, the Empress of France, Eugenie, was exiled and her husband lost his throne to the Prussians. Vuitton had to build back everything from scratch using his last savings. Due to the impact of the war, the prices of properties were low. This made it possible for Vuitton to set up his new shop in an upscale part of Paris, France. After successfully resuming business, Vuitton created a new luggage box with unique designs. In 1872, the boxes had striped patterns, and they were greatly loved by the people in 1885. Vuitton expanded the business by opening a shop in London. He had now grown to have international clients, including the royals, while the Americans and explorers. Since Louis was getting old, he brought his son, George, into the business system. In 1886, Vuitton's son George invented a lock system that was impossible to pick however tragedy struck. In 1892, when Vuitton died, the cause of his death could not be certain. George Vuitton stepped in after his father's death to oversee the affairs of the business. When George participated in a World Fair in Chicago, he met John Wanamaker, who established the concept of department stores and price tags. The pair then went into an agreement that enabled Wanamaker to start selling the Louis Vuitton bags in his New York department store. In 1930, Vuitton had created a distribution network all across America. In 1896, George created the famous monogram, a floral pattern with an L and a V that interlocked to honor his father's memory. George died in 1936, leaving the business for his son Gaston to manage. Gaston had issues handling the business because World War II had just started. He was left with no other option than to close down the factories and stores worldwide. After the war ended in 1946, Gaston Vuitton handed the business over to his sons. When Gaston died in 1970, the business suffered some hardships. The Vuitton brothers had differences which made them resolve that their brother-in-law, Henri Racamire, should take over. 6 years later, LV went retail and the sales increased from $20 million to $260 million. By 1987, LV had reached $1 billion in sales by opening stores everywhere in the world. Racamere joined the company with brands such as Moet Hennessy and created the LVMH brand. They also merged with Givenchy, who was appointed as Racamere's ally and has been the CEO since 1987. Arnault recently placed his 47-year-old daughter in charge of one of the company's leading labels. Christian Dior, the billionaire, also replaced longtime Louis Vuitton CEO Michael Burke with Pietro Bicari. The success of the LVMH business model has made it common in the luxurious industry for other houses of brands such as the Caddy Group, Coach, and Michael Kors now in existence. The company has set the pace when it comes to leadership and management skills. Overall, LVMH is thriving and is a force to reckon with. With its current position, there are higher chances of LVMH earning more loyalty and popularity. In the future, Louis Vuitton generates more than 40% of the LVMH net sales to effectively manage demand and supply. Louis Vuitton is engaging in collaborations with high-tier street brands and possible sports brands where they had crossovers with Supreme and Off-White, etc. The brand Louis Vuitton was formed by a street boy trying to survive and continues to resonate all over the world. Its name and design still stand out under LVMH. Vuitton's life is proof that anything is possible with determination and hard work. You never can tell if you might just be the next founder of a major brand. Which of Vuitton's generations do you think made the most impact on the brand? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.